Day 5. Oh, I'm listening to a podcast about some geezer being murdered. It's a bit strange, but okay. Do like a true crime podcast. So this is day 5. Day 5 because UK weather. So basically, we're going to move the van across. You know, we're going to move the van across and get underneath it. Rip these wheels off. That has arrived today. I had to give up on Transport HQ's solo low. There's my little buddy. So we've gone for Stance Plus stuff, which is half the cost. So obviously, half the cost, pay twice. The van's now empty, but the whole point is we're going to change the suspension, get it over, get the car up, get the suspension on, get the brackets out, these interior brackets for the seats, and then put the hoops on, slam it, get rid of them, put the 20s on, get it sitting right, underside will be done then, and then I can put the front bumper. I've got new repeaters, new headlights, a lower splitter, new grille. My mate's going to paint this, paint that. I need a front parking sensor loom, and then it's been sitting for a couple of years. It needs a proper going over. And that'll be it. Got some seat covers for there. Let's crack on, kids. Let's crack on. My little buddy, she's out the window, although she could come and sit here, but she doesn't want to. So the plan is that got dog poo over it. She was meant to clean that, but she hasn't. So here we go. Let's crack on with it. At the moment, it's not looking like the vision that I had, but I'm really hoping very soon it is going to look sick. I quite like this. I wish this was a bit longer. If you get one of these that's like that long, almost like a drag spoiler, that'd be sick. But anyway, whatever, doesn't matter. But look, this is how we're sitting. This all needs to be done. I've got new ones of these. This is all going to get painted. She's just really tired. She's done 500,000 miles. So I've got a nice front splitter to go on it. I need a new front parking loom, which seems to be quite hard to find. Don't know why. Maybe 20s here. It's going to be slammed. All the anti-chroming going on because I don't like this. The interior, need new steering wheel. I'm going to try and see if I can be clever and put some nice golf stuff in it. Speak to my mate Ash, who's a genius with all this stuff, and he can help me out. Got nice covers for these. Hopefully that's going to be enough, but this is well hammered. But yeah, I mean, for a car that's done, for a van that's done 500,000 miles, look. 400 and whatever it's saying. Shitloads, isn't it? So the vision right now, it's tinted windows, maybe get some side skirts for it. 20s, low, neons, of course, and a sound system when we're away at car shows. But the plan is get it up, get the rear suspension done, get these brackets off, because all these brackets have got to go with the interior. I quite like these lash down strap things, but they've never been used. But the Ply Guy's interior floor goes all over the whole thing, so it is what it is. Got to go. So much crap to throw away. It's also got the disabled wraps with it, so that'll be quite good. Hopefully I can get a couple of quid for them. And onwards we push. Yes. But for now, let's get it up in the air. I've got the GoPro doing a time lapse, and we've got to basically just get under it and got to get a new exhaust for it. It's not ideal, it's not great, but it's better than the RS was when I bought it, so that's a plus, right? But it's going to be nice. New everything. Oh, I didn't know I had a spare wheel. That's cool. Guess I'll keep that. It's probably flat, isn't it? Let's have a look. So, maybe not. Yeah, and then I'm going to get it MOT'd so I can actually use the bugger. But yeah, I mean, look how much space is underneath it. It's so big. But yeah, anything I can while I'm under it, I'll treat it, give it a little spray of some anti-rust stuff, rust killer, and then crack on. It's exciting. It's been a long time since I've had a Coilovers session, so here we are. You know, I imagine I'm going to be. I mean, this is day 5 of taking the interior out, and all I've done really is undone the bolts, put the bolts back on because I didn't have to do that because I'm an idiot, and then pulled the clips and put it in the garden. And that's how projects take so bloody long in this country, because it's rained every single day. I mean, I've been rained on 3 times already. So I'm just going to crack on now and get it up as high as I possibly can at the back. Oh shit, I need chocks for the front wheels. That would have been bad. All right, let's do that first. Yeah, okay, let's chop the front wheels and then jack her up. Jack and Ori, tell me a story. My little buddy's decided to come out and say hello. Hey pups. She had a haircut yesterday. She's loving it. She's a puppy again. So I've just spent 45 minutes trying to jack up this long wheelbase T5, and let me show you. Obviously, you never jack up car seals because they're piss thin. Plastic, heat shield, exhaust, anti-roll bar, rear wishbone, or trailing arms, whatever. The only place I could jack it up was on the anti-roll bar mount, and obviously you need to have an axle stand to protect yourself. So I've used him. There's a tab on this trailing arm which I've used as a rest. Now if this needs to come down lower to get this new suspension in, I'm fucked. But I've also used this metal here, so it kind of looks, there's a tab on it under there, it kind of looks like it's sort of meant for it, but I've also got the weight of the van on this arm. It just doesn't fill me with any confidence, so I'm going to get this wheel off and have a look and see if there's somewhere better for me to support it. Just make sure your feet are always level, because that makes me a bit nervous as well. But yeah, it's the seals are pretty good on this, as you can see, all pretty clean. I'll give them a little tart up and a little protection, but yeah, there is nowhere really good. Yeah, the exhaust is fucked. There's nowhere really good and confident to like jack the car. Yeah, I mean, you could use these trailing arms, right? But ultimately, you've got to have somewhere secure to put an axle stand. Have I missed something? It's meant to take a plastic off and then jack it from there, but it doesn't seem to be very easy. You know, like a car, there's always like a chunk of metal or a pinch point on the seal where you can jack it, but here there's just nothing. Maybe I'm missing something, but I don't know. The front is really easy because it has like a frame, but this does not. So anyway, we crack on, get this wheel off, get this manky wheel off. I'm gonna keep these bolts because I've 3D printed something that'll go on there and then use the original covers on the new hoops. Might put a new, oh yeah, we've got to get a new wheel on. We do one side suspension and wheel, and the other side suspension and wheel. Yeah, let's do it. We get the visual then, don't we? The visual, then we can get the power. Because once you get the visual or something like this, then you get the bug, and then you're like, balls deep, let's go. But actually, it was a really nice bit of weather a minute ago. Now it's not, so day 5 better not get written off. Anyway, we crack on. I always get loads of comments about my socks and shoes. Socks, yeah, whatever. The shoes, I had a puppy. She's behind me. She ate the black one. So then I had a pair of white ones, and then she ate the other white one. So now I've got a mixed pair. Don't worry about it. But I like it. This is what happens when you don't drive a car for 3 years. It all becomes very manky. It's all in like good condition. Surface rusting and that stuff. So I'm just going to go around now on both sides. Do the old WD. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Do the old penetrating. We love a deeper penetration. I'm going to do it on both sides, just so when I get over there, that'll be easier, and then I have time to like sit and dwell on all that stuff. Ultimately, I've got to get all this off. I've got to open that new kit and have a look at what I've got in the kit, because I have no idea right now. And then ultimately, I've got to get this damper off. this one here, get the coil off, that on there, and then I'm hoping it's a case of just bang the new ones in and get on with it. I'm hoping, oh shit, I've got, yeah, okay, I've got new rubbers, heavy duty rubbers and bits and pieces from Transport HQ place, so I can just reset the coils and stuff. I tried to get everything new so I didn't have to mess around. I hate messing around with old bits. But I was also trying to be economical with it, because it is an old van. And I just want this as a tow home, the holiday vehicle. So yeah, anyway, let's crack on and see where we end up. I thought I'd do a 1 hour update. This is where I'm at. Just having a bit of a tidy up, just got a wire brush. Just going to tidy bits and pieces up, but it has just started raining. So this could be day 5 written off. Yeah, basically the job don't look too bad. I mean, we've gone south pretty quickly, but I mean these vans, what's this? 13 years old, 62 plate, yeah, something like that. So what I'm doing is I'm just basically going around and I'm just lubing up everything. Not for now, but this is future stuff. But you'll see here, like, I ordered these lower rubbers and they're just absolutely deleted themselves. So I've got to undo this bolt up here for the damper. That should give us a little bit more drop in the suspension, and I should be able to pull this coil out. And I'm hoping I can clean this perch up, put the new rubber on, and then get the coilover in there. But the head of the bolt is up here somewhere. Shame you can't see that. Doesn't really matter too much. But the back of it is underneath this heat shield. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. There's a heat shield here. The exhaust. And I'm really hoping, I can't actually see right now, but I'll show you the other side, because the other side, you always seem to start with the worst side. I don't know why that is, but this side here, as you can see, it looks rusty as shit up here. It's just surface rust. I will spray all of this with something. So I can't actually get to that side on the other side without taking all this crap off. And I'm hoping that when I undo this bolt from the other side, that is somehow fixed to the chassis and doesn't just drop off. But I have a feeling I'm going to undo that bolt and it's just going to go boop and just drop straight on the floor. And then I'm going to have to take off the exhaust, I'm going to have to take off the heat shield, probably drop the spare tyre, for a job that really should just be, you know, a damper. A damper bolt, kick all this down, blah, blah, blah. Rubbish File's brother, but I don't think it's going to be that easy. I think it's going to fight me all the way. Just because that's how cars are. So the only thing you can do, the only thing to it is to go through it. And that's what we're going to do, I think. But you can see here, look, this is the exhaust side. There's literally no way to access anything. So I'm going to have to probably section this exhaust out, pull this heat cover off just to get to that bolt. If the nut drops off the back of that bolt. What's giving me hope is the fact that it's a square nut, and I haven't really seen them before. I've seen them before, but not on cars and stuff, so let's see what happens. It has started spitting, so my time is, I'm on borrowed time right now, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't meant to rain today. It's actually really warm, so I've got a little bit of foliage there. Little bonsai growing. So we just crack on, see what happens. But this other side, the near side, I reckon that's going to be a dream of a job. I say that now, I'm probably going to strip a bolt, but that seems to be quite nice. This side already has pissed me off. But the front, when I did the motor, dropping the suspension struts out was quite nice. It was easier to jack up and stuff. So we'll see what happens. But right now, it's not that enjoyable. I'm just going to hit this with some impacts, see what I can do. But normally I like to hit the nut instead of the bolt, because if the bolt's got any resistance or any corrosion through the sleeve, it's harder than it needs to be, and I like to just spin the nuts off, but obviously I can't. So anyway, keep you posted. As I suspected, it's weird, this car. It's got a van. I've just kicked the fuck out of that and she has gone. it's either gone or it slipped on the other side, but it's definitely moved. So I'm really hoping that the back of that nut comes off. Or doesn't come off, it stays on the chassis. I'm hoping it's spot welded or something. But yeah, I could even leave you here, couldn't I, like that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Is it really? Are you really a mechanic unless you're bleeding? Oh yeah, that was a proper knuckle cutter, that was. Oh, it feels like the bolt's going. It feels like the bolt's going, gang, so. It feels smooth, so if that was rough, I would assume that the nut on the back of it's spinning. I think I've hurt the bolt in the process. I didn't want to use a 12 point, I wanted to use a 6 point and get right on there and have loads of fucking purchase. But it seems I don't have, or seems that I don't have a decent, oh god, before. It seems I don't have, or they're on 18mm 6 points. So I will get one. See, that's gone tight again. Yeah, so the nut's spinning on the back of it. That's shit. So I'm gonna have to strip all this off. Onwards we go, I guess. It's just one of these jobs. I've been looking forward to doing this for a while, and I thought, just get the suspension on. But why would you put a serviceable part like a damper right behind all of that? Doesn't make any sense, does it? And I've got a little dirty lens there. So I apologise if this has been a bit shit so far, but here we are. This is what it takes to build cars. That I thought that was coming undone. If I could get in there with an impact, I would, but I can't. And an impact might just whiz it off, but ultimately that nut's going to drop off the back. So we're screwed, gang. I could climb under and do the other side just to see what it's like, but it is what it is. I'm gonna struggle here for a little while, try and beat the rain, and see you on the other side.
Right here, right now, 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 right here, right
That's it, gang. Day 5, written off. Managed to get to the back of the bolt. Seems like it's spot welded to the car, result. But it's raining. So as you can see, look, and it's come down quite heavy now. So I've got to get in. I've got to get packed up and in again. It's properly what they call thick rain. You can see big splodges. Can't get nothing done. So I've got down tools. Pull everything off the car. Leave it as it is. I've made a mess. Actually, I've made more of a mess. I've gone more backwards than I have forwards, to be honest. At least I've sprayed all that with the old penetration stuff. It's just really frustrating. You never ever get anything done. This is why it's a godsend to have my garage. I hate it because all my tools are going to get wet now, and you just can't crack on. So I'm going to pull the jack out, stick the wheel under, and call it a day, I guess, because there is nothing left to do. I'm not getting wet. I'm not laying out here in the rain. I need a marquee. Terrible day. It started off so promisingly as well.
The next morning.
Gang, it's day 6. Got rained off again yesterday. It's become quite the event, and I think I recorded it pretty well yesterday because of this top bolt. I think if I'd started at any other corner in the car, we'd have been well into this job, but it seems that I just fell on the first bolt, the corrosion behind it. Maybe it's because it's above the heat from the exhaust. It's horrific. But we press on. Day 6 of what I assumed would be a half a day job. Here we are. We push on. It's this is cars. What's that saying? You're always one bolt away from an hour job being a full day job. I forget what it is. I think Gandhi said it. But anyway, we crack on. Let's go. Keep the power up. Protein coffees for the win. And we push on. I'm going to give all this a bit of a clean as well under here with the old Maguire's APC, which I've become quite a fan of. It cleans up stuff really well and it smells quite nice. It's got a bit of a bleachy taste to it, or fragrance to it. So I assume it's powerful, but yeah, let's crack on. Let's get on and let's investigate further what should be a really simple job, but it's not. I mean, change suspension, especially for coilovers, and everything's new. It should be simple, but we fight the good fight. This is the car guy's curse. You know, I thought confidently yesterday I was going to have this banged out, and confidently today I've sort of reduced that scope to the rear end. I'm going to bang it out. But locking wheel nuts have turned up, so I can put the new wheels on. These are a bit manky, so I'm just going to clean them up. Eventually I'll get new discs from the stuff, but right now it's not important. This is cleaned up fairly nice. Someone's painted it a nice shade of fire engine red, but for now it'll do. I just got to get through an MOT, got this, you know, get it sitting pretty, and then get the interior in it so I can actually enjoy this beast. But it is ratty. The more I'm seeing it, the more ratty I realise it is, but aren't we all a little ratty? Guys, I'm stuck again. I'm still on side 1. There was a sprinkling of rain, so I thought it was game over, day 6. Basically, I can't get this coil out this side no matter how much I step on it. I've been advised to put a jack in it, jack it open. It just don't feel right. Even then, I'm just not sure how wide I can get it. So I've just had to kick this wheel off. It is seen better days this side. I even had a brake disc, brake pad, just pop out on me. So that's fun, nice. So I've decided to come over this side, clean this up, clean this one off, bolt up there, get this damper off, and I'm hoping, because I think that the anti-roll bar is limiting my length or drop, get them off. And hopefully I can just pull these springs out. The rear beam should hopefully drop down and I can do that. Wish me luck. Guys, as I suspected, pulled the bolt out this side as well. Look, that spring, whole beam drops down low, springs fall out, life is easy again. So I've got to clean all this up. I mean, they're fucking super perish, didn't they? Let me get a little torch in here, and I've got to manhandle this bolt up here now, which has got, it's a bit shitty in there. And if you don't already know, something I have a bit of an obsession with. So basically everything's going to get cleaned up, and that is going to get absolutely thrown right up there. So basically anywhere that currently has rust is going to get wire brushed and wax oiled, and then it's never going to be properly nice under it because it's a van, it's a workhorse. But if you touch it, you've got to make it better. It's always the rule. You've got to leave it better than you found it. So you've got to just crack on, get on with all this spraying. I've done a nice time lapse, hopefully that makes a bit more sense. But with this being dropped out both sides, it's given me like, it's dropped another 3 inches probably, and we all need an extra 3 inches. So that is now just, you know, you can see that's dropped right out. That one over there has dropped down further. So I just kicked them out now, tidying them up. Once I've wrestled this bolt out, I have wire brushed the back of that bolt as well, and he's been penetrating for a long time, so wish me luck. Please, I'm going back in. This is day 6, hour, I don't know, 6 maybe, 7. We don't quit, never. We never give up. But the rest of it is, I mean, yeah, it's looking a bit scabby, but it's done 500,000 miles, and I don't think it's that bad. Like, if you'd seen the RS before I started the RS, unfortunately I didn't do Insta or Tube back in the day, but the RS was horrific compared to this. Most of it was just, it looked like it'd been parked in the sea. So I mean, this is probably to do with Volkswagen's build quality, but actually this is not bad. Anyway, onwards we go. The hyperlapse is in, so I can do a little super duper time lapse, and I'll talk over it. And hopefully this will look, all this work will be, you know, 6 days work will probably be about, donut, will be about a minute on the screen. So lucky for you guys. Well, I'm going to shut up in a minute. This has to be some level of a joke. The first bolt I started with was the worst one. First one's the worst one, always. And I've wrestled that for a whole day, and that's just, look how loose this is. I've literally just cracked this with the breaker bar, which I didn't even need. Watch this. Look how loose that is. That's actually ridiculous. Now, I don't know whether it's because I've done all that in the back there. Oh, I thought that'd be spinning then, I was going to absolutely cry. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Just goes to show how different 2 bolts can be, and it can turn the job from what you think is a 4-hour job, maybe half a day, into 6 days. Like I don't do this for a profession, isn't it? For a profession. So this is it, guys. This is the moment that I've been waiting for, I've been working hard for. She's all cleaned up, ready to sort of start eyeing up the new suspension I bought, and that is this stuff. Now I'm going to do an unboxing sort of thing. It says, please read before fitting. Offers blah blah. Sure, okay. So I've been told by a lot of people that this is a proper shit kit, and not to buy, blah blah blah. So I'm going to bring you along and try and not fucking cut my Jacobs off while I'm in the process. So look at this. There's my little helper. Oh, where's she gone? There's another little boy down the back there. I'm going to try and not, yeah, like I say, cut my Jacobs off or stick this right in my leg. So this is what 600 of your fine English pounds gets you, as opposed to 1,300 from Transport HQ. Oh, for fuck's sake. Where was I before I was rudely interrupted by the garage door? So this is a £600 kit. Now, if you've been around the game for more than 10 minutes, you know £600 doesn't normally get you anything. So, I reckon this kit loads the van between 40 and 100. There's my little buddy out the back here. Buddy! There you are, saucy girl. Here she comes. My little, it's the old foreman on the job. Make sure I do a good job. Hey, you pup. What are you doing? She's just had a haircut. She looks absolutely beautiful. You're just inspecting this kit with me. Make sure Dad's doing a good job. Yeah. So, basically, here we go, look. This is... These are the rear springs. Got little protective coil things on. Nice. These will be the perches that go on the back. Let's have a look at them. So they'll sit on the bottom normally, then lift your coil up so you can adjust them between all the way up and all the way down. I don't actually want a massive amount of adjustment, I just want, there's a little plastic shim that go there, just to help you sit the spring on it. Lovely job. Look at this little girl. I think she's a bit cold when you put a blanket on her. So this will be the rear kit basically, and it should have dampers with it. And then let me just sling all this over here. Yeah, there you go, there's a rear damper. So obviously put the rear on the top. Well, at least it's got some like dust covers and stuff. Anyway, let's get to installing and having a look. But I mean, on first impressions, you're not picking up a set of KWs, right? This all is going to be, you're going to need to, this anodizing will probably fall off. It's got a nice little wavy washer in there to stop it, a sprung washer. This isn't going to be KW. This isn't going to be your bilge lines or anything proper, but this doesn't really need to be. So, you know, will the paint fall off and it will rust? Most likely, probably. But I'll do the best I can to circumvent that with waxing all this stuff and spraying stuff on it. We'll just see what we can do, right? That comes all the way out, it locks in. So yeah, it doesn't, on first impressions, for £600, it isn't bad. Like I say, it's not going to be proper jobber. I'm happy with it, 600 quid. When I get to the fronts, I'll show you. But at the back, at the moment, the backs, okay. Let's push on. I'll just add here quickly that I don't know if this is the right or wrong way to do things, I'm not really sure, but the way I do things is I set the suspension, so this is just a damper, I set them based on the bolts. Oh, slightly off that is. Ah, it's because I'm on this wide angle. I set that the same, so that's standard, and then what I'll do is I'll wind this in about 2 inches, so I'll drop it in theory 2 inches, right? The springs may or may not be progressive or whatever you want to call it, so it might not equal 2 inches. Here's 2 inches, but what I'll do is I'll drop this by 2 inches roughly on a tape measure, both sides, just give me a start for 10. I don't really want to take these bolts in and out a lot, but it looks like they're not adjustable on the car. As you can see, they're adjustable unless you can spin that in the car. We'll have a look, but that's my point. Use your bolts as a rough reference for standard or whatever you're referencing it off of, and then adjust from there. Coilovers always, not always, depends on what brand to use. I mean, it's nice and straight, isn't it? Oh, it's a little rubber. Oh, that's nice, that's gonna last 10 minutes. They always last, or they bind up. So basically what you want to do is copper slip as much of this as possible. Yeah, it'll attract grease, it'll attract grit, but put some grease in it, just put some copper slip on it. You will thank me for it later. Just when you come to adjust them in a year's time, if they last that long, I mean, we don't know, these might be wild shit in it. But yeah, if you come to adjust them in a year's time or whatever, if you don't, and you drive this in UK weather, these will corrode. So on the RS, I wrap, it's all, you know, copper slipped, but I wrap it with insulation tape. The exposed thread I'm not using, I wrap it in insulation tape, just so it stays as good as it can. So that's my top tip. There's always time for more lube. So, we're built up for the rears. I've slung him in there, realised that I can actually adjust it. Once that's done, these spin on the actual damper shaft itself. So we'll be able to adjust that up and down. That'll be, and we'll be able to get these purchased with the spanner. My little tip that I try and do when you're trying to do one end at a time is set your heights for all your stuff roughly the same. So that's like 23 and 23, just so that when you put it all together, you can then sort of start to measure arch to the floor, and you know you're sort of within a little bit out, a little bit, or you're close or you're not. Do you know what I mean? So that's my little tip. It gives you a start for 10, right? It gives you a reference point. I've done that same with the dampers as well. Oh, come on, let's get the 20s on. It is now, I don't know, we're about 8 hours. 8 hours into today. It's got pretty cold, not gonna lie. I forgot how much the temperature drops outside of the summer. I guess we're not summer anymore, are we? So anyway, we fight on, we man up, we just get it done. But yeah, it's looking good. I just wish it didn't take so long, but we're getting there. I'm gonna sling the other damper into the other side now. I've got you on the hyperlapse, so that's doing all that shit. And then I'm gonna get these spring perches in and jack it up and see if I can just nip these bolts, get these bolts going. Once these bolts are going, I can dugger them up, and then we're golden. Let's go, gang.
Don't make a difference, I'm just talking shit to the ones that listen. I came with the heat, man, I swear I'm never missing. And I'm still the same, and I swear I'm never switching. Knowing all of this, it just don't make a difference. I'm just talking shit to the ones that listen. I came with the heat, man, I swear I'm never missing. And I'm still the same, and I swear I'm never switching. Man, I just wanna go flex, hold on my teeth and on my neck. Stone cold with the flex with my squad, and I'm smoking up a check. Man, I just wanna go flex, hold on my teeth and on my